There comes a time when even the sky must rest from roaring, when the lightning's anger fades into a whisper, and the rain, exhausted, slides down the cheeks of the earth like an apology. That time, that sacred, trembling silence, is when the thunder stops. I've lived in storms, not the kind that break trees, but the kind that break people, the kind that rumble in the chest and make you question your own heartbeat. There were nights my thoughts thundered louder than the heavens, and the echo of failure shook the windows of my soul. There were days I prayed for sunlight, but woke to lightning instead. There were moments I thought, maybe this is how it ends. Maybe some storms never clear. But listen, even the fiercest thunder eventually runs out of breath, and when it does, something holy happens. You hear yourself again. You hear that fragile, fluttering sound, hope, stirring like a wounded bird learning to fly again. When the thunder stops, you realize it was never your enemy. It was your teacher. It was the sound of your breaking, making room for your becoming. Because sometimes the thunder isn't out there, it's inside. It's the noise of self-doubt, the crack of disappointment, the loudness of pain when you try to be strong, but when the storm runs out and silence walks in like an old friend, that's when you begin to hear truth. You begin to hear your own name again, spoken softly by the universe as if to say, you made it. You see, storms don't destroy the sky. They only test how deep the blue runs in pain. Pain doesn't kill purpose. It purifies it. So when your heart has been thunder for too long, when your spirit feels waterlogged with worry, stand still, because after the last strike, after the final shout of the clouds, comes the quiet that rebuilds you. That quiet is where you remember who you are. That quiet is where you start again. When the thunder stops, you'll see that nothing truly ended. The storm didn't close your chapter, it prepared your soil. Your tears weren't wasted, they watered your becoming. You are not the wreckage, you are the survivor walking from it. You are not the lightning's victim, you are its reflection. Bright, bold, brief, but unforgettable. And to you, yes, you, the one still trembling, still drenched in what happened, you are allowed to breathe again. You are allowed to build again. You are allowed to bloom even after being struck. Because even thunder bows to time. Even storms must surrender to dawn. And when the thunder stops, you will realize it was never the noise that defined you. It was the endurance. It was your heart still beating under the weight of the rain. It was your will that refused to vanish when everything around you said you should. When the thunder stops, you'll smile differently, not because the pain vanished, but because you did not. You'll walk lighter, not because the storm forgot you, but because you forgave the storm. You'll stand where lightning once struck and call it home. You'll see the sky above you, calm, clean, infinite, and whisper, I made it through the noise. And that whisper will be louder than any thunder ever was. So if you're still in the storm, hold on. If your world is shaking, let it. Because one day soon the sky will fall silent, the sun will return, and peace, soft as dawnlight, will kiss your bruised soul. And you'll know, when the thunder stops, you have risen, you have healed, you have become the calm after your own storm.